sun shining, the weather pass over, and we look like the weather's going to be great this weekend. And we encourage the people to come because we come a long way. We're still building ramps across for the golf carts to go on the beach. We're cleaning the beach. Even though they got the high tides, we're making sure our beach is clean. Every day there's different camps calling us, summer homes available to rent. We got 5 motels we lost, but in the meantime, we got a couple of them that's almost completed. So things are getting better. And, you know, just the crabs and the fish and the shrimp on the beach right here is unbelievable. Talking to the charter boat guys, they're catching some trout, redfish inside. So we're looking at a great Memorial weekend. Like I said, you can't go to Destin, you can't go to Texas, you can't go to Mississippi, because right now, this Gulf is going to calm down this weekend. Like I said, they're catching crabs on the beach, and they're catching a lot of shrimp with the cast net. You seen that a couple of weeks ago. We're ready for you all. We got plenty of water. We got our natural gas system about 80% up. And again, electricity, we just switched over this past week, which is more reliable, that's going to stay on. So things are getting better, you know, so we encourage you to come in and bring your money, spend it here in Grand Isle, because we need everything we can, because our tax base is really falling big time to benefit the town, the levee board, and port commission. We're going to take a serious hit. So again, on the 15th and 16th of July, we're going to throw a concert on the beach. Several bands are willing to come play. We got several sponsors, and if anybody wants to get involved and sponsor, we're just trying to raise some money for the parks and recreations in Grand Isle. It's totally wiped out for our kids and for you tourists to come in to enjoy our parks. And we have no more baseball field, and that's the only sports we have is basketball and baseball. And we got some kids that gradually came back to school. School's in it this week coming. And again, we've come a long way, and we encourage you to come and thank y'all, you know, for y'all coming and spending time and seeing what's going on in Grand Isle. We're not going nowhere, but again, and then the big thing is a lot of construction's going on. So, you know, you're looking behind me and you can see to the right, you can see the rocks are working. The Corps came in and put these rocks here, and you can see they went through the storm, and you can see the sand building up. And behind me, toward the bridge side, we're going to put another segment in that area because they got a serious erosion in that end. Then they want to put another segment here. And that's the goal. You know, I told it to President Biden when I met with him in Galiana after the storm, is we need $50 million to continue the rock segments. So the Corps is only coming in, they come in June the 1st. We have some barges set up in Caminada Pass, and we'll continue the rocks. But I'm a little upset about that just because they're going to come in and only put 2. And I'm worried about the 12 gaps that we have on the levee itself. And where we stand and where you see is a lot of clay and clay holes. When the rocks they're pushed up against the burrito levee, the clay holes, sand is like putting 3 bags of sugar on the table and washing it with a glass of water. And you can see the holes behind the camps. We're taking material that's going to be coming out the ditches. We just got a contract. DRC's coming some equipment. Probably Monday morning, they'll start cleaning our ditches through the parish, and we're going to make sure that we come back and sweep it out and make sure that we put that sand to cover these holes between the camps and the levees. So there's things like that it's 9 months and 3 or 4 days. The 29th of this month is going to be 9 months, and everything's been a struggle. I know I'm going to meet with Kennedy next week. I met with him before with Cassidy and Steve Scalise and working with congressional delegations. I know I'm going to be in Washington June the 7th through the 9th. Hopefully that we can fight for some more Go Mesa money that comes in. You know, the oil and gas comes out of the Gulf of Mexico. That money's shared with different places in the United States. We're just asking to get some more money, a better percentage that should be coming. It's in our backyard. We ought to get more percentage from Go Mesa, especially in Louisiana. So there's things together, working with all elected officials. We all on the same boat. Grand Isle, part of Jefferson, like I said, and Lafourche Parish, Terrebonne Parish, all along the parish, all along the coast. We all fighting the same thing. So if we don't stand up and try to get our money that we deserve to get, I'm just fired up. It's just that it's worth saving all along the coast. And thank God that I work together with all the officials, you know, and try to get things done. I can tell you that we evaluated the streets, and we dealing with FEMA. I don't have to tell you no more about that, but in the meantime, things are getting better. And all I'm gonna tell you right now is, if you got a summer home here and it's destroyed, the last day is the 27th this month, and we're trying to get an extension, but I don't think we'll better get it. But the good thing about it is, please, I'm asking you to come pick up your stuff, because we're gonna have to start charging you to come in. and we're picking up as we speak, but it's 9 months. If you didn't come check things out, you know, don't come back crying to us and say, well, man, what's it going to cost me? I just bought a trash truck, and it's a serious trash truck, and for us to pick it up, we're going to charge you so much a yard. So I'm asking you, please, to come do what you got to do, to come clean up in your yard. And that makes a big difference, and it's going to save you a lot of money. Because the government's only here for a little while, and we're tired. We're still asking for extensions, and it's running out of time. And like I said, you know, you're looking at everything. You can see the golf courts, people coming in. They got them all over. The tide's been high. But talking to the business people, we all ready. The grocery trucks are coming in. I just talked to one of them, and he told me, man, now we're seeing stuff coming to the island. You know, people want to come to this island. And like I said, this is paradise. We love this place, and I can tell you, as long as there's one grain of sand to plant the American flag on this levee, Grand Isle's not going nowhere. I can promise you that. I mean, the bottom of my heart, working with the local officials, my council, my chief of police, my firemen, my EMS. You know, it's another thing, you only got one ambulance. Something happens, we got to fly you out by helicopter in case it's really that serious. And I want to thank Lafourche Parish, the Terrebonne Parish, working closely with us in case we do need an ambulance. They're there. So for you people, be careful when you come and enjoy yourself. Keep an eye on your kids on the beach. And again, we hope to God that we had a great week. This weekend's going to be the best to start us off. And all the business people and all the people's ready to go. The fish, the shrimp, the crabs is here. Don't go to Destin. Don't go to Texas. Come to Grand Isle, and like I said, spend your money here. It would be great to help us out. And the people of Grand Isle, the residents, the business people, we love for y'all to come by, and we're going to welcome you. And just have a little patience. Like I said, I want to thank Energy for really working hard, and all the contractors that came in. We stayed together. We have meetings, and we're working it out, and we want to make sure that things are better every day. It's exciting. You know, we testified through years back, way back, to try to get energy lines off the marsh and buried, get out the marsh and come along the road. And, you know, working that, it's not easy. And it just, you know, it was a big process, and we finally got it. It brought tears to my eyes, because now that I know that, you know, working with DOTD to get the servitude, working with Energy and all the contractors that it took to put this together, engineering and put all this together. And they promised me that they were, you know, they're going to get it done and get the electricity right, which we switched over Monday. We took like from 7:30 in the morning till 3:30 that evening. We made all the electricity come off so they could hook it up. So hats off, you know, working together. And that was our dream, is get it out the marsh, because your power lines, it takes longer to put power lines in the marsh by the time you get the equipment in. So all of us having a meeting together to put this together, I want to thank all of them, because now I can sleep a little better, knowing that it's underground instead of coming from the marsh, where it's easier for the service people to come in and repair things. And once it goes underground, the way they put it together, it's really, any storm can come. At least they have better connections for them to come in, and our dream is to go underground all the way through the island. I went to Key West a few weeks ago and met with the mayor, and I counted the power lines for 108 miles from Fort Lauderdale to Key West, and every one of the poles was cemented, and it was just amazing. I said that would be our dream, to go underground or go with cement poles. But what they come up with, and they bury these poles, should be a lot stronger. But one day we're just going to continue. We're going to lobby hard to keep on bringing underground to this island. We got a good start. And again, I want to thank all of Energy and all the contractors and everybody that helped to put together, between the state, the parish, and the town, and working with the federal government. Big hats for y'all, but we're not going to quit. I'm still going to stay on you. You know, like I said, we got a lot of work to do, a lot more work to do, and we want the people to have patience and just give us a little time, and it makes a difference in life, meaning that it's not going to happen overnight. It's almost 9 months and a few more days, but we're starting to come through a little bit. We're working together with Sean Wilson, with the Secretary of DOTD, and the governor's been real good to us. Anything I ask the governor and his staff, and our Senator Joe Orgeron, and Representative Joe Orgeron, and Senator Pat Connick, these guys represent as well, and I want to thank all of them. Yes, the rodeo, we had a meeting Monday night, and it's a go, and you know, we was concerned about renting places, but every day we're getting phone calls. You know, people's got their camps ready to rent it. Get online as fast as you can, but the rodeo's on. We will, you know, just the ones that are a little leery, we kind of pumped them up and said, listen, they're going to come regardless. The fish has been great. The last tournament we just had at the Hurricane O, the yachts that came in, they love Grand Isle. So again, we want you to come in, and the rodeo's on, and we're trying to keep on things moving forward. So things change every day, but I can guarantee you this rodeo is going to be a big rodeo because people's ready to come to Grand Isle. And the ongoing rodeos that have been canceled, they already calling us to help us and donating a few dollars to help us out. So in the meantime, it changes every day. And if you hear something's happening in Grand Isle, like the concert on the 15th and 16th on the beach, things can happen from now till tomorrow. Every day is something different. So we'll let you know.